So, what is going on in the YouTube world? I miss you guys, even if it's just a day, a second, an hour, a week. It doesn't matter. I miss you. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Cedric, but you can call me Seti Said, Fraghead Said, Rick the Ruler, Big Booty Daddy. I mean, there's so many aliases. Feel free to pick one and rock with it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button for me. Make sure you leave a comment. I'm always open to feedback and suggestions. So what I wanted to do today is bring you 5 workouts or exercises that I do every day. Now, of course, everyone needs a rest period, right? Well, my thing is this. As an athlete, I'm used to training every day, whether it's cardio, whether it's strength resisting, whether it's static movements, whether it's compound movements, whether it's just going for a brisk walk. You know, I always feel like you have to be active during your day or during your life in general. And as I'm doing my workout today, a young man goes, you know, what exercises can I do that are easy and can be done every day? And I said, you know what? Don't even worry. I got you. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring you five, five time. Was that 5? Maybe not. No. Okay. Anyways, that's a Booker T reference. Anyone into wrestling would get that. But let's get right into it. I don't want to waste any more time. So first and foremost, let's start with a warm up, right? For warm-ups and a good exercise, I go to hip bridges. Now, hip bridges is fairly simple to do. You see it all the time, everywhere. I mean, it was like a comedic relief in a lot of movies. I want to say The Nutty Professor, when he was, on the ground doing his thing, stuff like that. Naked jazzercise, you see hip bridges everywhere. But for me, what hip bridges do is that it's a core workout. So imagine doing a plank but reverse. Now, you can do different variations with this exercise, right? You can do it with your left leg, on the right leg. It doesn't really matter. All you're doing is really laying on your back with your arms to your side, and you're thrusting your hips into the air, right? Causing the bridge movement. Now, what that does is it brings all the blood through your bones and your muscles as well. So imagine you being this way, and when you lift up, the blood flowing through your body that way, right? So here you are doing your business, right? Boom, 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 boom. Bad example here. Don't pay attention to this, but you're doing your thrust, right? And as you thrust or you lift up your buttocks or lower back, the blood flows through your body to your head because you're laying flat on your back. Another exercise that is great as a warm-up as well is jumping jacks. Who doesn't love jumping jacks, right? You know the motion. Now, when you're doing this motion, what I love is that the lungs is always expanding, right? Your heart is also pumping too. A lot of people focus on the back muscles and the calf muscles. Don't focus on that. Focus on your breathing while you're doing your jumping jacks, right? To me, it's more so of a place where you can center yourself because everything is interconnected, right? So when you're doing this motion, your body is working in unison. So when your body is working in unison, what's best than breathing deeply and calmly, right? Humbling yourself. What I do during the jumping jacks is I do a lot of thinking. I don't do a count, or anything like that. I don't even focus on my feet hitting the ground. Now, that would be one thing people would say, well, it's a lot of contact or a lot of force on the feet when you come down. Not really, not for me, but if you want to get a good back workout, you want to work out the legs as well. You want to get more movements and it's less pain on the joints. Jumping jacks. Make sure you incorporate that in your workout as well. All right. And you've seen it everywhere, right? The plank challenge. Everyone wants to plank for more than 1 minute. Now, we used to do this in a workplace every day. And I mean, at first I was like, I hate doing this. I don't see any changes in my body. But one thing that I didn't take into consideration was how everything was getting stronger, right? And what I mean by that is that, no, my bench press wasn't improving or, my leg presses or anything like that, but more so just body weight. When I would go to lift myself up off the ground or lift myself out of a chair, because sometimes I'm lazy, so I don't do the full squat out the chair. I put, my arms right here and do the lift. I do that thing. But one thing that I noticed was that It made my shoulders a lot stronger. It made my core engaged. It made my back straight. I had good posture. I was able to walk around, chest out, back up, you know? And one of the reasons why is because it's an isometric movement. So it's a static movement. It means you're not moving at all and you're just sitting there, letting the muscles recruit each other, right? And now while it's recruiting each other, you don't depend all on your core. A lot of people believe that, but I mean, it also depends on your calves, on your quads, all that stuff, your buttocks. You know, a lot of people don't think about that, but when you do that, it's engaging everything in your body, right? And now it's good for the joints because you don't have any pressure on your joints, to where with weightlifting, you know, you're doing a lot of so you got the weight on your elbows, you know, that fire. We all get that. We can't fully extend our arms. That's not a muscle, by the way. That's a bone. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it's not a muscle that's cramping. Okay. But make sure you plank. I mean, it gets everything, even the hammies in there, you know. One thing that I noticed a lot was that my core started to define, and I wasn't doing a lot of sit-ups at that time either, just the planks. And I was like, what? Look at this. So make sure you plank at least for 2 minutes a day, every day. So now we move into the heavy stuff, right? Which are compound movements. And we're going to transition right into no other than the push-up, right? The dreaded push-up. Drop and give me 20. Now, I do want to go ahead and give a little caveat here. When I mean by doing these every day, you can, but you want to limit yourself. I'm not talking about going to your max always, right? Like the one punch man workout, the 100 push-ups, the 100 squats, the 100 sit-ups, and I believe it's a mile run. Yes, you can do that every day, but don't try to kill yourself doing them. And that's the same with the push-up, right? So the reason why I wanted to transition from the plank into the push-up was because the plank, all you're doing is adding extension to it. You are pushing yourself off the ground. Now, when you do that, you activate every muscle practically, right? You're getting your shoulders, you're getting your bicep, your tricep, your chest. Your lower body is stabilized because you're in that plank position. So everything is getting recruited and everything is getting worked. Now, with the push-ups, that's when you're going to see the increased strength. You're going to see the increase in your bench press. You're going to see it in your bicep curl. At least I do. So I always make it a point to get push-ups in every single day, even the shoulders, you know. I mean, you really can't tell because I don't want to, you know, flex on you guys just yet, but that's pretty much what a compound movement is, and that's where I utilize the compound movement in the push-up, is to activate everything and to work out everything and to make sure my strength is increased, because you want to train towards something. Working out is good, but you want a regimen to where you're like, okay, I can be bigger, stronger, or faster. What is the goal here? And I think push-ups will fit everything. Just more so for me, I utilize them for, you know, increasing my strength. So that's the push-up. And last but not least, the squat. Get it right, get it tight. That sums up the squat right there. Lower body, however, it engages the core. And if you do the squat where you squat and bring your arms up, squat. So when you're squatting, right? I'm going to show you guys real quick while I'm sitting. That's how lazy I am. So when you're going down for the squat, bring your arms up. Boom, breathe. That's working out everything. You have your back straight, so your back is stabilized. Your core is engaged. Everything from your hamstrings to your calves, to your quads, to your maximus, to your medius, which is your buttocks, all that good stuff. I mean, it gets everything. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 5 workouts that I would do every day and that you should do every day. But there is a couple points that I want to hit home. One, these workouts build body awareness. When you're in that plank, when you're in that push-up position, when you're doing that squat, your body is going to talk to you, and your body is going to say, hey, I've never felt this vibration or any oxygen get to this part of the body ever. What are we doing here? Right? And then you have to remember, these are interconnected movements. The second one. So everything is going to be working in unison. This isn't going to be a push and pull on the same day, which I try to tell people, don't push and pull on the same day, which you can. Nothing against it, not telling you how to work out. I personally don't unless I'm doing this routine, because that brings me to the third point, the least amount of injuries, right? There's practically no injury risks with these workouts. Yes, you can get injured doing anything, but from doing a push-up, a squat, what else do we have here? A hip bridge, and a plank. I've never experienced any injuries. I never woke up the next day and been like, oh, I'm sore or oh, I'm hurt. Every time I did this routine or these exercises, I woke up rejuvenated, refreshed, ready to do them again. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and hit the bell. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for me. We got to get that YouTube algorithm going, and see you on the next video.